day, guys. My name is Dela Cruz. I am currently from the Humanities and Social Sciences, grade 11, from Our Lady of Fatima University. And today we will be discussing statistics and probability, and the topic is the normal distribution. And how do we compute the z-score, score, and how do we use the empirical formula in calculating, solving some mathematical equations that we will be dealing this or discuss about. Enable for you to learn, stay tuned, and we will continue our discussion.
So for today, we are going to talk about the normal distribution. So the normal distribution, the standardized normal distribution has a mean of 0 and the standard deviation of 1. While in normal distribution, 0 mean and SD of 1. So in normal distribution, the mean, the mode, and the median is all equal to 1. So this is the normal distribution formula in getting z-scored. So their corresponding numbers and their corresponding letters, and where do they put it. So this is the sample number 1 given. So let us solve. So x is the raw score, the mean, the standard deviation, and the z, which is this. So the raw score is 69. The standard deviation is 50. And the mean of 80. So 69 minus 80 divided by 50. So this will give us negative 11 over 50. And the z, and after you minus this first, after subtract that, and you will going to divide it by 50. So the z-score is 0.22. So this is the Gaussian curve or the bell curve. So in normal distribution empirical rule, the Gaussian curve or the bell curve have a corresponding percentage. So 34%, 13.5, 2.35, and 0.50. So overall, this is asymmetrical. So somehow it is 50-50. So 50 both, 50 left, 50 right and left, and the center is our mean, and right means positive or add. So here you need to add, and there you need to minus. So mean, so here is the first is mean plus the standard deviation. This is the first one, then the second, and so on and so forth. Well, this is the right side, and this is the left side, means minus or subtraction. So you will going to minus that. So correspondingly, the right side is positive while the left side is negative. Let's curve it up. So I have 3 problems here and I have 1 problems, and under that 1 problem there is also a 3 problems that we need to solve. So the first one, so first we need to look, so enable for us to fully understand or to fully know what is it or what the answer. First we need to look for the population. So 400 students, the population, mean is 100, and the standard deviation is 20. So how do we apply the Gaussian curve, or how do we solve for the following problem? Okay, so let's bear with me and let us go to the second question, which is the student that got the passing curve are those who got 68%. How many students got the passing rate? So again, first step, we need to locate the mean. So mean is always at the center, just like that. Right side means positive, so right side means addition. Add 20, add 20, add 20. Right side means negative, left side means negative, meaning left side would be minus. Minus, minus, and minus. So for our problem 1, those who got 68%, how is the passing rate or passing curve? So how many students got the passing rate? Okay, the 68% times our population is 400. 400, or let's clearly note that. So 68% times 400. You can solve it to your calculator. So 68% times 400 is 272 students. So that is the number of students who got the passing curve. So number 2, in a random pick between 140 to 160, how many students consider the test as challenging? So from 140 to 160, this is now we're going to use the Gaussian curve percentage on their corresponding line. So from this part up to this part. Okay, so this part consists of 2.35%. So technically, this is the answer. So this is the answer is 2.35%. If this is the answer if we did not have any how many students. So since how many students are asking, meaning the 2.35%, we need to multiply it by the sample population or the population, which is the 400 students. Okay, so 2.35%, so 2.35% somehow will give us 9.4. So 2.35% is 9.4 students, but suddenly we are looking for perfect numbers. So 9.4 students. So assumingly we can write that as 10 students actually, because there is no a decimal points in calculating the whole number since we are looking for the whole number. So you can total that to 10 students or 9 students, or assumingly there is a possibility that you need to write that as 10 since we don't need to put any whole number, right? Decimal number rather. Okay, so let's go for the number 3. How many students get the passing score of 80 to 160? So 80 there to 160. Okay, so now, so I note every single part. So 80 to 160, that is an equivalent of 34%, another 34%, 13.5%, and 2.35%. So what we're going to do is we just add them all. that will give us 0.8385. So round off. So look at the adjacent of number 3. That is 8. So 0.84. So convert it to percentage. So jump the point sign there. So eliminate the 0. So that will give us 84%. So clearly we have the answer of percent sign. But since we are looking about how many students, so 84% times our number is 400 students. So 84% times 400. So that will give us 336 students. So 336 students got the passing score. Now for the number 2 problem, we need to note that we have the population size of 200, standard deviation of 35, and the mean which has 90. Okay, so let's proceed. So people who are happy of the results is 47.5%. So first we need to put 47.5% and our population is 200. Before we reveal the answer, we need to put our regression curve perfectly with the mean of 90 plus 35, 35, and another 35 for the right. And for the subtraction or for the negative part, minus 35, 35, and 35. So going back, 37.5% times 200 is 95 patients or 95 people. So 95 people are happy of the results that are given prior to the legalization of marijuana. Kaya number 2, the number of population who are not satisfied of the result are the people who got 135 to 165 of the result. What is the percentage? So, okay. So the question here is, there is 190, 125, and 160. But there is no 135 and 165. So we need to use our mind to, or our common sense to use that. So from 125, it ranges from 126, 27, 28, 29, 30, 131, 132, 233, 134, and 135. So assume that there is a 135 here and 165 there, since it falls in 121. The 135 falls between 125 to 160, and 165 falls between 160 to 195. So same scenario. This part is 13.5 and this is 2.35. So we need to add the following. So 13.5 plus 2.35 will give us 15.85. So 13.5% plus 2.35% is 0.1585%. So that is our answer. For the number 3, people who are still yet undecided are ranging from less than 90. So what are the percentage of the total population count? So this is 90 as the mean. Our for the correction, this is not less than, instead this is greater than. So technically we need to annotate and change as greater than. Greater. So this is not less than yet greater than. So 90 greater than. So right. So 34% plus 35% plus 2.35% plus 0.15. So let's add the value. Okay. So this is what it looks like. So 34% plus 13.5% and so on. This will give us 0.5 or 0 or 5%. 5% times 4 times the population, which is 200. So now 5%. So 5% of 200 is 10. So 10 people not satisfied. Undecided. Okay. So for the corrections, it is greater than, again, not less than. Let's curve it up. Okay. So now we need to change the population, the mean, and the standard deviation. So 400 students for our population, since 400 students conducted the exam. The mean of 80. So the mean of 80 and the standard deviation of 40. So this is the question that we need to solve. How many examiners obtained 40 to 120 scores? Percentage of class who got 80 to 123 scores. And at the random pick, what the chances that a student has a test score of 40 to 220. Okay? Let us now prepare our Gaussian curve. Okay. So how many examiners obtained 40 to 120 score? Okay. So this red line there corresponds the starting line. So 40 is our starting line. The blue line travels from 40, 80 to 120 to the limitation, which is the blue point there. So that part has a 34% plus 34%. So we need to add. So 34% plus 34% is 68%. How 68% of 400 is 272 students. So overall, that is the answer. So percentage of class who got 80 to 123. Same problem as earlier. So we need to locate the following line. So now that I marked the following, we need now to calculate. So 80% there is 34%. And this is 13.5%. So 34% plus 13.5% is 0.75 or 47.5%, and the total population is 400. So 47.5 times 400 is 47.5% plus 400 is times 47.5% times 400 is 190 students. So that is the total count. Okay, so that is the solution there. So at random pick of 40, between 40 to 120, which I assume there, this is 220. So here is our formula. So now we need to add. So 34% plus 34% plus 13.5% plus 2.35% plus 0.15%. So 84% or 0.84. So that is the chance. So since they are not asking for whole number, meaning we just need to get the chance. So 84% chance. Okay. So thank you guys for listening to me and to my vlog about teaching normal distribution, empirical rule, getting the z-score. So are you ready to face your modules and your worksheets and do your best in getting the desired answer? So before leaving, I just wanted to say that I just wanted to share the quotes that I read. So mathematics no recess or geographic boundaries. For mathematics, a cultural world is one country by David Hilbert. So mathematics knows no race, whether you are Filipino, Asian, Chinese, Singaporean, Korean, Japanese, American, African, European races. It is regardless, or it is not what um mathematics concerned about. Mathematics concerned about how you solve, how you derive, how you use your mathematics skills for the better and improvement of our cultural world. So I hope guys you learned something today, and please note that everything is can be computed, can be predicted using mathematics as our basis. Thank you and have a great day.